Continuing with the right side lumbar concavity, that means everything's shorter on the left. We do need to lengthen the hip flexor on the left. So we have a couple of options here for tools. One of the least aggressive that we can use is going to be the foam roller. So what we do for that is we get down on our knees, hands out in front, drop the weight onto your elbows, and you're going to position the foam roller right at the base of the left hip, so right under the hip bones. Your right foot can come up as a support, pushing into the ground. Using both your hands in front, you support your weight and you roll up to the hip bone and down a little bit into the front of the thigh. Up to the hip bone, down to the thigh. This can be a little sharp, so again, go slow, support your weight, and breathe into it. You're going to seek to do 5 to 10 rolls. For some, depending on morphology, depending on how tight the tissues are, the foam roller might not actually get in there very much. So the other options we have, lacrosse ball or lacrosse ball combined with a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book or a stack of books. And if you don't have a lacrosse ball, you can easily use a tennis ball. The idea here is we're going to position ourselves with the ball on the block, and you're going to want to drop your hip. So think of the anterior portion of your hip right where the belt line is, and the yoga block and the ball, and you're going to be lying on it like this. This can be quite aggressive, so like the foam roller, you must use hands and knees to support yourself. So we get the ball down onto the yoga block. Get our hip over the yoga block, and we're going to drive that anterior hip into the ball, support on the elbows, bring that other knee up to help support you. Now, in the back, try to raise the knee. If you let the knee hang too much, you're not going to get as much stretch in the tissue. And here, very small motion. We're talking about 3 to 5 centimeters of rolling up and down. This is quite sharp, so we go nice and light, but it's a great way to get some of those tissues to lengthen and prepare them to be stretched. To reset, hands on the ground, push off of it, make sure you know where your ball is going, and we're good to go.